Hello everyone and welcome to part 1 of this tutorial series of making just a game, I guess. So for this tutorial we're going to make this directional movement sword thing. Make sure you have a model of a sword before we start, by the way, and make sure the handle part is actually named handle exactly like this. That's very important for it to actually work. And just once you have all this, just insert a tool into the workspace. And you can name it sword, and just put everything inside the sword, and now you have a working tool. And that's about it for the model, really. So now we just have to get to scripting and animating and stuff. So copy the sword and paste it into starter pack. And then put a script, a local script inside of the sword. And you don't have to name it anything. Then insert a folder inside that script and name it animations. And inside of here, just create an animation. Name that equip. And for scripting, I'm just going to show you how to script it. You don't actually have to know how to script, but you can just follow along. So let's create a variable for the tool. Local tool equals script dot parent, and then we could say, let's reference the player and the character and the humanoid first. So we can say local player equals game dot players dot local player local character, or char for short, equals player dot character or player dot character added colon weight, and then local humanoid or human or HUM for short equals player dot character, it equals char, wait for child, humanoid. Now once we have the humanoid, the character, and the player referenced, we can create a table for all of our animations. So we can say local anims table equals curly brackets. We can put inside here, equip equals, or let's reference the animations folder first. So we can say local anims folder equals script dot animations. We can say anims folder dot dot equip. We've done that. We can say tool dot equipped connect function. And we can say anims table dot equip. Or sorry, I'm messing up. Okay, don't do this. Do not do that. Instead, do this. Do humanoid load animation anims folder dot equip. That's a lot better. Okay. Now we can say anims table dot equip colon play. Now, if we run the game and we equip the sword that's in our inventory, it won't actually do anything. Why won't it do anything is because we haven't even made the animation yet. We gotta do that first. So we have to insert a rig into the workspace. So let's just insert a template R6. It's fine. Doesn't really matter. You can insert your own player avatar or whatever. So for this tutorial, I'm going to be using Moon Animator. You can really use the default animations thing if you want the animation editor, but I'm going to be using Moon Animator for this tutorial. So we're going to be needing to make an equipped animation. So how are we going to do that? Well, let's copy the sword and let's paste it into the rig. Or sorry, let's not do that yet. Let's actually open up our animator. If you're using Moon Animator, just open it up. If you're using the animation editor, the default one, then just open that up. It's fine. Okay, and then we can click here, we can click new rig animation. So now we actually want to paste it into the template R6. Oh, I forgot something. Don't do that yet. For your sword, we actually need to fix the grip on it. See, that's bad. We don't want that, so let's fix that. There we go. I can move down a little bit. Alright, that's good. That's good. Alright, so now we can copy this, create a new rig animation, and we can paste it into here. So as you can see, our rig is now holding our sword that we've made. And now we can start animating. So just keep it at this default position, and we can, let's zoom in a bit. We can go to 10. We can go to frame 10, and then we can move our arms up and a little bit inwards. That's okay. And then we can put it kind of in front. I'm going to be tweaking this for a bit. Hold on. Alright, that's okay. It's not too bad. I mean, let's try to get into the position like where the player would be. That's not bad. It's okay. So as you can see, since we put it on frame 10, there's already kind of an animation going here. So it goes to frame 10. Let's see if that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. And what I like to do for my animations is on the frame that it does its thing, like where the thing that it did ended. It's kind of hard to explain. I like to go 5 frames afterwards and kind of just, how can I say this without like sounding sus? Like a little jig. Okay, now that we got that little movement inward a little bit. We did that. We can go 5 frames after again, so to frame 20, and we can grab these frames, copy them by doing Control-C, and if I paste them, okay, hold on. I'm just gonna do this. We can paste them into frame 20. So let's see how this looks. That's not bad, right? If we go over here, it's not bad. So I think that's our equipped animation done actually. So we can actually export this. How we do that is just go to File and press Export Rigs, and it will say it will create a little model saying anim saves, and we can rename this to sword whip. And make sure these are your settings. Make sure looping is off and the priority is action. Once you make sure those settings are correct, right click on it, press save to Roblox. Now, if your game was published to a group, then you want to make the creator to your group. If it was published to yourself, you want to put the creator to me. I don't think I've actually saved the game yet. Hold on. I'm just going to save the game really quick. Alright, I've gotten this game saved now. So I'm going to go back over here, go here, and go to this guy, and then we can see his little things. Let me go back into our animation here. So we have our sword equip, and now let's get back to saving it. So just, save to Roblox, and if the game is published to your group, then you publish it to your group. If the game is published to yourself, then you put the creator to me. So since I published it to myself, I'm going to put the creator as me. Now just press submit. And it's very important that we copy this ID here, so make sure you just press these 2 little pieces of paper icon, I don't really know what they are, and then it'll say ID copied. Then we can just close out of this and go back into starter pack, into your tool, into your script, into your animations, and into equipped, and make the animation ID right here, paste the animation ID in there, and press enter, and it will add that in front of it. Alright, that's good. Now the animation should work if we press play here. Okay, did I accidentally publish it to my group? Okay, I think I published the game to my group by accident, so I'm gonna actually publish the animation to publish it to my group. So Azus Builders, that's my group name. There we go. Copy that ID and paste it in here. Okay, that should work now. And here we go. Oh wait, I forgot something. I need to make it R6. I'm pretty sure you can do this with R15 games. Yeah, you can, but like for this series, I'm gonna do an R6 game. But if you want the animations to actually work, import an R15 rig instead, because this is an R6 rig for my R6 game. So import an R15 rig and then just make the animation with an R15 rig, and then you can export it and do all those things. But yeah, for my game, it's gonna be R6. And here we go. Now it should work. So it's gonna play the animation, but it's not gonna stay there. So what I'm talking about is like, what? Hold on, guys. Do this tool group editor. Yeah, it's fine. Why isn't it? I think hold up, everybody. 1 second. There we go. I think this one was just not updated, so I'm gonna put this back in here. There we go. Alright, now press play. Oh my god. Sorry, this is like my first tutorial video. It's not going too great, but as you can see, if we equip this, it's not gonna stay there. So when we equip, it's gonna just go back like that, and we don't want that. So we actually need to, what we need to do is we need to make an idle animation. How would you make that? Well, with your animation here that you've made, you actually just want to go to the frame where it's equipped, like to the frame, either this one or this one. It doesn't really matter. And then delete all the other keyframes. So it's just, and then move these keyframes to the start. And then, so it's just him holding the sword. It's not anything else. Turn on looping also. And then, so it's basically just him holding the sword and nothing else. You can add, actually, what you can do is you can add some movement. Like you can bob the arms up and down or something. Something like that, if you want to. It depends on what you want. So, I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to keep it like this. Turn on looping and then press File, Export Rigs. And, hold on. File, Export Rigs. Oh, it's because it's named this. We can rename this to Sword Idle. And make sure looping is on and put the priority to idle. So looping is on and priority is idle. Then we can press save to Roblox and we can do creator, my group. Press submit and copy the ID. So now we want to go back into your sword, go back into local script, animations, add another animation and name it idle. Whoops, wrong one. Name it idle. And then we can paste the ID in there. And now just go back into your local script and add a comma and press enter. And now we have another line that we can add something, and we can add another animation and we can call it idle. And then we can make it equal to humanoid load animation anims folder dot idle. And then once that's there, we can say anims table dot equip dot stopped connect function. And now we can do anims table dot idle play. And that will work, but we also have another thing. If we equipped it, it won't stop those animations. So we got to do tool dot unequipped connect function. And once it's unequipped, we do anims table dot equip stop. And then we can do anims table dot idle stop. And that should work now, so we can test that. And let's equip it. Yep. Oh, I forgot about this. So if this happens, it's okay. I'm gonna show you how to fix it in a second. It's basically because the default tool animations are trying to override this. We can fix that by oh, actually don't stop the game. Stay inside the game. We can actually fix it by going into your player and then go to where it says animate and actually copy that script inside of your player. And then you can end the game. And then go into starter player and paste it into starter character scripts. And now we've done that, just open up the script, open it first. And press Control F and look for tool none. And now it says tool none right here, so we can delete this. We can actually just delete the whole thing. So just select all of this and then just delete, like so. And that's good. And then we can go to the other thing. Okay, here we go. And this is the other thing. We can just delete this as well. There we go. And that's it for the script. We can close out of that. And then just go where it says tool none right here and just delete that entire thing. And now that should be working. Boom. Yep. Boom. You can unequip and equip it, unequip and equip it. It's perfectly fine and it's spam proof. So yeah. There we go for the equipping. Now we gotta move on to the attacks. And the attacks are pretty hard, so just make sure you're following along, alright? So as you saw in the video, so I put the video on screen, I think. And well, if you held down the key D, then it would swing right, and if you were going left, it would swing left. And if you weren't moving at all, it would swing down. I'm going to show you how to make that right now. So yeah, just make sure you're following along and stuff, because it's kind of complicated. Not really, but okay. So we want to reference the user input service, so UIS for short, and then we can make it equal to game get service user input service, and then we can say tool dot activated connect function. Activated is the event when you're holding the tool and you click. So tool dot activated connect function, and then we're gonna say, well, let's create an attacking animation first. So we're gonna, for my animation, I'm just gonna have it swing up and then swing back to the side. So I'll cut to when I'm done with it. Alright, so I finished the animation, or should I say I just copied it from my other game. Okay, don't blame me. Alright, I was a little lazy. But this is what it looks like, so if you kind of want to try to copy it, you can. I kind of just copied it from my other game though, and I put it in here, and I named it Sword Attack 1. So, yeah. Also, just, yeah. Okay. So make sure the animation is how you want it, and just go to your animation. Oh yeah, when you're done with your animation, obviously press File and Export Rigs once you're done, but I already did that. So now when you're here, rename it to Sword Attack 1, and make sure looping is off and it's prior to use action. So now we want to just save to Roblox, and make sure it's Sword Attack 1 and the creator is your group, and then we can press submit and copy that ID. Go in here and then make an animation and just name it Attack 1 and paste the animation ID in there. Now back in your script, in your animation table, add a comma and press enter, and now we have another line, and we can do Attack 1, and then we can make it equal to humanoid load animation anims folder dot attack 1. Okay, and then we could say tool dot activated attack or anims table dot attack 1 : play. Once you've done that, now we can play the game. And as you can see, it's very bad. It's only going to swing right. That's all it's going to do when you press play. I mean, it's not going to swing any other direction because we haven't made those animations yet. But basically, this is going to be pretty good. But basically, yeah, this is really, really bad. I mean, you can just spam it and it just doesn't work at all. But I'm going to show you how to make it work. So, yeah. So once you're in here, we want to make it. What should we fix first? We could fix the cooldown first. So insert an int value inside of your local script and rename it to cooldown. And that's good. And now let's reference it in our script. So we can do, where should I put it? Just right here is fine. Or actually, it'd make more sense if it was under here. Local cooldown equals script dot cooldown dot value. And once you've done that, you can remove this, and we can say if cooldown is equal to 0, then we can do attack, or anims table dot attack 1, and then play. So, what is going on? Okay, don't mind what that was. I don't know what that was either, but it's alright. So yeah, make it so it plays only if the cooldown is equal to 0 though. But this won't work because our cooldown is always equal to 0. So we actually, in here, we need to set our cooldown to 1. So do cooldown is equal to 1. And this will make it so we can't attack anymore once we've swung. But then we do task.wait 1 second. Then cooldown equals 0. So that'll make it so when we swing, it will wait 1 second before we can swing again. Which is pretty... Oh, wait, what? I just realized I was in the game that entire time. So yeah, this should work pretty well. That's what I usually do with my stuff. So we can try that now. Should work. So now, yep, you can spam it, but it will only attack once 1 second has passed. But we still have that problem. If we go to the left, it won't swing to the left. So we gotta do that. Let's make the animations for that first. So yeah, I'm just gonna paste in the animation from another game, but just make your own animation, make it unique, make it look good. I'm gonna get that animation now. Alright, I've got the animation inside the game. This is what it looks like. Got the animation in here. You can try to copy it down if you want. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so now that we've done that, so let's go down here into our animations. Let's insert another animation. We can name it attack 2. And then we can go here, and then we can press save to Roblox. My group, there we go. ID copied. Paste it in here. And now that we've got that done, we got a reference in our script. Put a comma and press enter, and then we can say attack 2 is equal to humanoid load animation anims folder dot attack 2. And now let's we can also just delete, or we can delete this, and then we can say if UIS colon, or not that, colon is key down, and then we can detect if the key D is down, then, and then we can say anims table dot attack 1 colon play. Whoops, colon play. Right, and then so basically this will only run if we're holding down the key D. So if we're holding down the key D, then only the right swing will play and not anything else. But we also need it for the key A and for the swing downwards. So we can say else if UIS colon is key down, we can detect if the A key is down. And if it is, then we can do anims table dot attack 2 colon play. once we've done that, everything should be working, if I'm correct. So yeah, okay, so if we equip our sword and then we go to the right, it swings right, and if we go to the left, yeah, it swings left. But if we're not moving, nothing happens. So we need that swing down animation. So yeah, this is looking pretty solid so far. We have our cooldown, and it only runs every second. It's looking solid. Now we just need to do our swing down animation, and I'm gonna just paste it in from my other game. But if you want to make yours unique or do anything with it, then feel free to do so. And I'll cut to when I have it. Alright guys, I have my animation in here, and this is what it looks like. Boom. Pretty good. Pretty good if you ask me. So once you have your animation, obviously do File, and then press Export Rigs, but I already did that. So once you export it, just rename it to Sword Attack Down. It really doesn't matter what you name it, but I would recommend to name it like organized stuff so that you can actually tell what it is. So yeah, Sword Attack Down, make sure the settings are correct, looping is off in action. Then press Save to Roblox and make it to your group, or if it's okay, you get the gist of it now. So copy that ID, put a new animation in here, rename it to Attack Down, and paste the animation ID in there. Okay, once you've done that, you can go back in here, you can create another animation, and we can name it Attack Down, and then we can make it equal to humanoid load animation anims folder dot attack down. Once we've done that, now we can do tool.activated connect function. Then we can say else before this end. We can say else. So this is just if none of these are true and we're just not moving or another key is being pressed or something. We can say if that's true, then we can say attack or anims table dot attack down :play. So let's look at this now. This should be working pretty good. But there's still a few things I want to fix, but I want to show you. So if we're not moving at all, yep, attacking down. If we're moving right, attacking right. Moving left, attacking left. But it doesn't damage anything. Doesn't do anything to anything. I mean, that's not damaging it, and this is not damaging it. So we still got to do damage, and we got to fix a few things, like if you kind of spam it, like it kind of breaks a little bit if you kind of spam it. I'll show you how to fix that as well. So once we're in our script, we gotta say, once it plays, we gotta do anims table dot attack 2, and then we could say : stop. So this will stop any other animations from playing, and then we can do anims table dot attack down : stop. So this will stop all the other attacks that were previously probably playing. And we can say, then we can do another one. We can say anims table dot attack 1 : stop, and then we can do anims table dot attack down : stop. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then we can, for this one, we can say anims table dot attack 1 : stop. Then we can say anims table dot attack 2 : stop. Okay, that's pretty good, but we still need the damaging. So how are we going to do the damage? Well, what I like to do is hitboxes. So what we're going to do is we can create another folder in here. We can name it, or actually no, we shouldn't put it inside the script. We should just put it inside the tool. We can put a part in here, and we can name it, hitbox. We should actually probably just bring this in a workspace so we can see this better. So bring your tool into workspace, right here, and move it just over here somewhere. Oh, here's the part. Okay, find the hitbox that you put inside the tool and move it closer to the tool. It will probably spawn somewhere far away, so move it closer. And put it on the blade. Put the hitbox on the blade, like kind of in the blade area. Like where, this is going to be where like the player will get damage that you're attacking. So kind of make it around the blade and stuff. So just kind of here. It doesn't matter because this is going to be invisible, so it doesn't matter what this looks like. So we can kind of just make it like that. Or no, that's a little too big. We can kind of make it like this. Yeah, that's fine. And then let's just make this 0.7 for now. For now, we're going to make it visible, but later on, we're going to change it. And this is pretty important to make it maskless and can collide off. Maskless. So that it doesn't really affect how we hold it and stuff. And we can make it a kind of a reddish color. This really doesn't matter because it's going to be invisible again. So, yeah. And so once we've done that, we want to select the handle of your tool and go into model and then press on create and then press weld. So we're going to weld our hitbox to our handle. So just press on your hitbox there and it will create a weld constraint. So yeah, so now it's connected to our sword basically, or it's connected to our handle, but yeah, it's technically connected to our sword. So yeah. Oh, and also make sure everything's welded to the handle. Like, so the handle, put a weld to the blade, put a weld to the hilt, and stuff like that, so that it doesn't just fall apart. Yeah, once you've done that, we can start. I think we can just close out our animator. We don't need it anymore. We've done all of our animations. So insert a script inside of the hitbox, and we can do a local tool equals script dot parent dot parent, or actually we can do, first of all, before we do that, we can do local hitbox equals script dot parent, and then we can, instead of this, we can say tool equals hitbox dot parent. So that will be the hitbox's parent, which is the tool. So that's the tool. Okay, so once we've done that, we can say tool dot activated connect function. Once we've done that, we can say, what should we do next? We got to do, let's actually, or no, we don't need an int value. We can do hitbox dot, where is it? There's something here. Can touch. Hitbox dot can touch equals true. Oh, yeah, make sure can touch is off by default inside the hitbox. Make sure it's off. And then we could say hitbox.canTouch equals true. So what can touch does is basically if the part is supposed to be damaging something, we can do if can touch is off, then it won't detect the hitbox being touched. So that's good for if we're not swinging at all and someone touches our sword, they won't die if we're not swinging, but if we're swinging, they will die. So yeah, that's good if we're doing that. So we gotta say if can't touch equals true, and then we gotta do task dot wait and then say 1 second, and then we can do hitbox dot can, or not cframe, dot can touch equals false. So this will make it true for a second and then false. So basically we'll make it true while we're swinging and then false when we stop swinging. So yeah, once we've done that, we can say hitbox dot touch connect function, and then put inside these parameters, put a little hit variable inside those parameters. This basically is what our sword touched. This hit variable is what our sword touched. So we can do say if hit dot parent find first child humanoid, then we can say local hit dot parent, we can say hit dot parent, oh wait, what am I talking about? We can say local player equals hit dot parent. Then we can say local humanoid equals player, wait for child, humanoid, or not wait for child, sorry. Find first child. Find first child, humanoid. Once we've done that, we can say, then, okay, sorry, that was my dog. Then we should say, humanoid, colon, take damage, brackets, and then we can say, this is how much damage our sword will do to players. So, we gotta think about this. We can just create a variable for this. We could say, local damage equals, and then we can make it like, what, 25 or something. Then we can just put our variable in there, so damage. Now that we've done that, that should be about everything, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if this works. Oh, I forgot. We need to put the tool back into our player. Okay, so we pull our tool out. There's our hitbox, and then we can do this. We can swing. Yeah, let me get my dog. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, hopefully he stops barking now. So to test this with 2 players, we can go to the test tab, and then we can say local server, and then we can put it to 2 players, and then just press start right here. So basically what this will do is this will spawn in another player that we can test our sword on. So let's swing. Oh, that killed him instantly. That is definitely indeed strange. I think it's because, pretty sure that's because, alright, as I was saying, I'm pretty sure it kills the player because it touches the hitbox for so long. But, yeah, so if you want to adjust the damage to make it so, like, it's, like, at, like, 2 or something so it doesn't do that, you can. But, yeah, that's our sword. Or, I'm going to show you how we can make it invisible. So, just close out all those other tabs, and we're back here. So, to make it invisible, it's pretty simple. Just go into your sword and go into hitbox. Put the transparency to 1. And yeah, there's our sword. So we're pretty much done. If you enjoyed this tutorial, then make sure to drop a like. I don't want to sound like every other YouTuber, but I kind of have to. Drop a like, please, because this took me a long time to record, and yeah. So yeah, there's your working sword, and I'll make 2 more tutorials on this series soon. I'll see you later, I guess. Bye.